test. Good morning, everyone. If you guys are going to join us for Sunday teaching, please come on in, find a seat. We're going to start here in about a minute. All right. Today I'm going to teach on the Book of Revelations, which Dave he did a presentation a while back, and it was really good. So he'll enjoy it. How many of you guys believe that we're like at the end of time right now, where we're really living the Revelation right now, or in that book? Well, for those of you that are not so sure, all you got to do is look to the Middle East right now. And over there, they're killing people left and right. They're causing people to go into flee their homes, and right now there's the people they called ISIS. Everybody has heard that. They're the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria. That's what ISIS stands for. Those people are killing Christians and anyone that stands in their way of their beliefs. They'll do whatever it takes. They cut people's heads off. The latest thing that I read was they killed the parents of some children, and they made the children drink the blood of the parents. That's pretty sick right there, but that's what they're doing. They're killing Christians, and like I said, anyone that stands in their way. That includes Muslims also. So don't just think because it's Islam over there, they're not doing anything to the Muslims. They're killing them people too because they're not believing the way they believe. It's going across the board. They're pretty crazy. This group of the ISIS, they entered Mosul back in June, and they caused over 500,000 people to flee their homes. They target all Christians. They identify the Christians by putting a Arabic letter on their homes, and it's an N, and that N stands for Nazarene or Christian, which is pretty much any Christians getting kicked out of their home or getting killed. So we got to really pray for those people that are over there. All week I've been, thinking about what I needed to pray or what I needed to teach on today. Since Tina called me out on it, I was like, oh man, here we go. And I let her down the last time she had me wanted me to teach, and this time I was like, you know what? All right, I'll go ahead and do it. And so all week I've been, thinking of what to do, and I was like, man, wow, nothing was coming to me. And then I've been, praying, God, give me something to teach on. It needs to be exciting. It needs to be, something that's going to keep me interested, because if I see something shiny over there, that's what I'm going to go to. I don't remember things very well. I forget stuff, and Kim can answer to that. But the other night, Friday night, or Friday after work, I got out the truck, and I was telling Brandon, there was a song that was telling me, or singing, without you, Lord, I'm nobody. Without you, Lord, I'm ashamed. There was a whole bunch of different things, but without God, it was saying that you couldn't do anything. And so I said, God, I can't do nothing without you. Help me. So I went to sleep that night. And they don't know, but 4 o'clock in the morning, God answered. And he woke me up, and he said, you're going to speak on this word here, because our people need to hear this. And I was like, what? 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm rolling around in bed, and he's just nailing me with all kind of stuff. I was like, man, all right. And I got up to write it down, and I always keep my laptop and my pad right there next to me, and both of them were dead for some reason. I don't know why, but I couldn't write anything down, so I had to remember everything. And so I started Saturday. I winded up going to Pastor Mitchell's and Fred's to go do some stuff, and then I got back home, and Kim and Brandon said, what are you going to teach on? And I was like, I don't know yet, but I got something, and we got in the room, and I couldn't. Nothing was coming to me, and then to top it all off, my laptop didn't want to work. It didn't want to turn on. It couldn't get on the internet. Everybody else is in the house. All their internet stuff worked except the one I needed because I just couldn't didn't want me to do the word on this. So finally, they left the room and everything just started going into place and started writing down stuff and started getting the notes down. What I'm going to do, I found this timeline and it shows when dates back all the way to when the Jerusalem first fell, all the way till now, and then what the future is going to be. And it goes back all the way to 2 Kings, and this is the first fall of Jerusalem. And you can find it in 2 Kings 24:15. It's King Nebuchadnezzar. He leads King Joachim away as a captive to Babylon. He takes his queen and all the people that were there, that were able to, that were fit to fight, that were fit to war. That he didn't want anybody to stop him from doing that. So he had those people exiled from that place. They banished out of that place. So he appoints a new king to rule for 11 years, and that new king was Zedekiah. He rules Judea for 11 years, and Zedekiah did something evil in God's eyes, so he decided that he was going to banish them as well from Judah, and that was the very first fall of Jerusalem. And that was back in, they estimate the age around 605 BC. So I'm not sure exactly the dates because, it's all written down, but, it's just an estimate. But around 605 BC is when it started. And then, so moving forward in that timeline up to 30 AD, 36 AD, that's when the book of Revelations starts to begin. It's been written down by John. And we'll start with this on chapter 1:1. This is like the main thing that stuck out to me. And this is good. It says, "This is a revelation from Jesus Christ, which God gave him to show his servants the events that must soon take place." Now, this vision was given to the Apostle John by an angel. And so he wrote everything that he was given, and I'm going to have a video to show a little bit of it. It's really cool. But the next verse that I found was 1:3. And in that verse, it has a blessing attached to it. It's the only verse that I found in the Bible that has a blessing attached to it. And it reads, chapter 1:3, it reads, "God blesses the one who reads the words of this prophecy to the church, and he blesses all who listens to its message and obey what it says, for the time is near." That verse right there is pretty powerful because it's God's given us that blessing. As long as we read this revelation, this book, we're blessed because we read it, and whoever hears it is also blessed. So that's really, really awesome. Like I said, I searched through the internet. I used Bing, I used Google, and I couldn't find anything that contradicted what it said. That was the only verse that said God blesses whoever reads it or hears it. I was like, that was really good. And I definitely wanted to share that with you guys this morning because, this book of Revelations, it's an awesome book, man. The things that John saw when he was, of an old man, he didn't, he saw all these things when in his time and age, where now we see all automobiles, we see planes, and that was the visions that he was seeing, and he could only, explain it to the things that he was used to seeing. And so it was pretty cool for him to see that and be able to just write it down and give almost an exact interpretation of what he saw, to show us now that, many years later we're seeing what he wrote down. It's really good. In verses 1:19, Jesus comes to John and says, "Write the things that you have seen, the things that are, the things that shall be hereafter." And what John saw was the 7 stars in Jesus' right hand. or the 7 angels. That's what the stars were. He also saw 7 lampstands, or the 7 churches. And the 7 churches are Ephesus, Smyrna, I'm not sure how to say this word, Pergamum, I don't know, Thyatira, Sardis, Philadelphia, and Laodicea. I think that's how you say that. In chapter 2:1, each church, the ones that I just, those 7 churches, each church had an angel, and that angel received a message that John had written down, and each letter that was written for that specific church for a specific reason, and the messages, you can find all those in chapters 2 through chapter 2:1 through chapter 3:22, and it'll cover everything. Y'all can go in there and read those specific, but it's just a little bit too much to read through them all and have enough time to complete. But let me see here. Okay, yeah, I'm going back to that timeline I was saying. I wish I would have printed it out because you guys would have enjoyed seeing it. Anyways, what we've already covered are chapters 1 through chapter 3, and that's going to be from dates 30 A.D. till what was it? 70. Let me see. Hold on. Till present is where it's at. That's what that covers. And this time frame, I wrote this down. This time frame is when Jesus was crucified. The start of the Pentecost around 50 A.D. The second fall of Jerusalem, which happened around 70 A.D. And then to the rise of Israel when it becomes a new nation. That happened in May of 1948 to the present day. And now it continues to the day of rapture, which, is soon to come. Chapter 4, John sees a door in heaven. And inside that door, when he sees in there, he sees a throne and someone sitting on it. And the one sitting on it was brilliant as gemstones and the glow of emerald. So to me, that's obviously that was our Lord. He's sitting there, watching over everything. And it goes on, and he goes on and says he also saw 24 other thrones which surrounded the first throne he saw. On each throne there was an elder sitting on it, clothed in white, and all had gold crowns. What I believe these 24 other thrones and other elders that were sitting there, I believe it was the 12 apostles and the 12 patriarchs. It could be the 12 tribes of Judah, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I think the 24 were the 12 apostles and the 12 patriarchs. Because it goes to say that in the kingdom there will be an entrance to 12 entrances to the kingdom, and on the entrances there'll be the names of the apostles and the names of the patriarchs. So I guess that's where the 24 come from. That's my best guess. In Matthew chapter 19, it says the apostles will sit on the 12 thrones, and the 12 sons of Jacob, which are the other 12 tribes, will be sitting there. So it could be the 12 tribes or it could be the patriarchs. Moving on to chapter 5. Again, I'm breaking this down pretty quick, but y'all get the gist of it. John saw a scroll with the 7 seals in the right hand of the one sitting in the throne. He also saw a strong angel who shouted, "Who's worthy of opening the scroll?" And there was no one worthy except the Lion of Judah. And then he saw the Lamb standing between the thrones. He had 7 horns and 7 eyes, representing the sevenfold Spirit. He stepped forward and took the scroll from the right hand, and the elders all fell before him, singing, "You are worthy." Chapter 6, the Lamb breaks breaks 6 of the 7 seals, and I broke these down individually. The first seal, when it was broken, it was a white horse. The rider carries a bow and a crown placed on his head. He rode and won many battles to gain victory. The second seal is broken, a red horse, and the rider is given mighty sword and authority to take peace from the earth and cause war everywhere. The third seal is broken, a black horse, and the rider is holding a pair of scales. This rider will be in full control of the earth. That'll be when the Antichrist is here. The scales, the Bible says he'll weigh the food, he'll ration the food, and that's what the scales are for. On the fourth seal, when it's broken, a pale horse and the rider is death, and the companion is the grave. And they are given authority over the quarter of the world to kill with the sword, famine, disease, and the wild animals. There'll be a bunch of killing then. The fifth seal is broken. The souls of the martyred call out to the Lord, when will you judge the ones that belong to the world and avenge our blood for what they have done to us? In that, if you read further down in the Bible, it says that the Lord tells them to be patient, that he's handling it the way I understood it. Just to be patient. Everything is going to be fine. Just let me handle it. And so we move on to the sixth seal, and that's when the wrath of God is now on everyone on earth. And if you haven't been ready, you're seeing what God's got for you. So I suggest if you know someone that isn't ready, help them get ready, because it's not going to be good. He's going to, do what the people in the fifth seal asked for, to avenge their blood, and he'll do it. I'm moving to, I didn't see anything in chapter 7, so I kind of didn't do it. I didn't write anything down, so I jumped to chapter 8. And this is where the seventh seal is broken. And that's where the seven angels are given the trumpets, and they start to blow them. And this is where I'm going to drop off, and I'm going to let the video play. Yes, go ahead.
You know when you're going to get a result, like an end result, like at a beauty pageant or a contest, and they have that seal, and they break that seal to find out the end result? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what that makes me think
Right.
of. Mm-hmm. Is that when he opens that, it's done.
Yeah.
That's the result of it.
That's, you're just saying about the seventh seal, right?
Yeah.
Good. That's a good video right there. It kind of explains from chapter 8 all the way till now, and everything that we know so far that we've experienced. So, I definitely would love for you guys to everybody sit down and read the Book of Revelations. That, like I said, it's right from the right at the beginning. It says it's anyone who reads it is blessed. Anyone who hears is blessed. Don't miss it. When as you're seeing the video, some of the things that John saw, the locusts, those were the helicopters, faces of men. You can see them right there in the windows of the helicopters. The lions, what he saw as a lion. Lions have long tails, but the tanks, had the guns out to the front. So the best he could explain it was the way he said there were lions, but with the tails to the front. So this book right here, just sit down and really study it out. I just gave you a quick rundown on it, but there's so much more that you can pull out of it. But I just want to say I'm done, and thanks for listening.